So when you begin to have conversations with agents, or even before you have conversations with agents, you need to be able to show them up front what your value proposition is. And everything that you have access to here in real estate business school, these are the same tools, the same systems that we show potential recruits when we meet with them. So the number one requirement is you have to be swimming in leads and opportunities. The reality is if you're not selling 30, 40, 50 homes yourself, you probably shouldn't be recruiting. This came after me. It was after my first full year. So I didn't recruit my first buyer agent until the end or fourth quarter of 2009. 2008 was my first full year. I sold, I think, 44, 45 homes. That was the year. So my first recruit was the year I sold almost 60 homes. And Chris is still with me today. You really want to be able to show them how you do real estate. You want to show them your team structure, your marketing pillars, your critical technologies, all the things we kind of talk about. So module 1, we talked about 4 or 5 marketing pillars. We talked about, buyer internet leads, yard marketing, farming, expireds, FSBOs, and geographic farming. Your past client SOI program and your ability to teach them how to mine their past client SOI for business. Your critical technologies, buyer lead gen platform, top producer for closings and listing management and past clients. You want to be able to run through if by phone and Google Apps. These are the same things that I'm running through with. They're so little organized. So few teams are organized. And if they just start with a brokerage, none of this is organized for them. And if you don't have a full-blown team, you want to talk about your vision for a team. So you can pull out slides that run through the different steps that you're going through in your business. So you can say, okay, so here's where I'm at. I have a client care person. It's me. You're my first buyer agent hire. This is TA over here. This is Chris over here. And this was me on top here. So you can run through that with them and say, hey, the next step is this. So maybe you can hire some talent into, some models run with a lead buyer agent over here in this spot here. And then they run a small team of buyer agents. And then you could talk about the ultimate that I'm looking for, and the opportunity for people is to step up into this full-blown corporate model. So you can run through these slides with agents. Okay, so you really want to have that sort of conversation set in your mind before you start to meet with buyer agents. You want to show them your presentations. You want to show them your buyer presentation, your listing presentation, your buyer packets, your listing packets. Most agents have, I would say 90% of agents don't have presentations and packets ready to go. You want to run them through all of your tools, so your buyer appointment tracker, your buyer client pipeline report, your weekly success tracker. All the same tools that you have access to are the same tools that I use in my business, are the same tools that I go through. Now Keely goes through with agents when we're looking to recruit them. So we say, hey, listen, we're not asking you to come into something that's a real risky proposition for you. All of the systems and procedures are in place. And if you're just scaling your team and you're just starting to recruit, just know that this is the same platform. It's a very simple but super effective platform that a business that will do over 400 sides at some point, either this year or next year, it's the same systems. And your agents that you recruit will ultimately have the same productivity if you follow the systems that we're teaching you. You want to run through your policies and procedures with them. So this could simply be your position agreement, which we'll go through today, your lead management policy, which we'll go through today. That's way more, again, than any other team has. And it shows your potential recruit that you are quote unquote legit. So again, just think of all of the tools that you now have access to that you're going to give your recruits access to. It's a huge value proposition, and don't underestimate all of that. And just be able to sort of present it to them as you identify the right candidates. Make sure you can lay all that out and they can see the value of all that. And by spelling out that value proposition, you get way less pushback on commission structure. So it's super important that you have that value proposition laid out.